Oh, wait, the 3 minutes? Wait, hold on.
No. It's just Madoshi has lost health. I need to make sure.
Hold on. Should we just go to 7 minutes or what's up?
Hold on. It's because Madoshi lost some health, but his heal cooldown is on a very long cooldown. So I think he should just use it and we should wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just telling him to wait right now. That was kind of awkward. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Can we go to 6 minutes then?
Yeah. No. We need to wait 3 minutes for the cooldown. So,
3 minutes?
Yeah. So we'll start at 4:20.
4:20?
4:25.
We start. I've never seen that happen before. All right. Well, we got a few minutes before the start. Kind of a little awkward, but hey, gotta make sure that we try to create that fair, balanced environment. You know, these kinds of hiccups happen because of our format, and I'm sorry that we're not running the spectator client yet. When that is available, we obviously will be preferably using that. Right now, this is what we got going, and you know, it's still good. So, everyone's asking why we didn't pick 420.
Would have been. I Am Genie for You has named his cat pet dog Master. There's just so much that's wrong with that name. It's a cat and it's the pet, not the master. I think it hurt my brain a little bit to read that. People always have very creative names for their cats. I think we should do an analysis on cat names of all the top summoners.
How about we do an analysis on how the Force Master versus Summoner matchup works?
Well, according to Madoshi, it isn't the worst, I don't think. I believe he said that. He still said that it was unfavorable in some ways, but I feel like Madoshi almost says that about every matchup. To be fair. She may not be wrong, but it's still the truth, right? So I'm not actually too sure. You know, the Force Master has a lot of defensive abilities that they can use to heal themselves up and draw out the game themselves. And they also have a lot of ability to control the grab and the sleep, of course. Not necessarily super effective against a summoner, but it is an option that's available. And then on top of that, being able to return fire against the summoner and not get kited out like a lot of the melee classes do. One of the things in the new patch is that the summoners on their AoEs on the floor can restrict your charge skills, right? And that largely doesn't affect Force Masters too much. So that's something that they won't have to consider. And that is actually a change, for example, that hurts the Kung Fu Master a lot in this patch. Where previously, Kung Fu Masters did really, really well against summoners. I think now with the added charge disable, it actually becomes quite a complex situation for them. So Madoshi on the Force Master, obviously that's not going to be too much of a factor, right? But Pedal Storm, Projectile Block, obviously something that's very difficult for the Force Master to get across. So there are a few things going back and forth about that. Knockdown is very difficult for a Force Master to overcome, and knockdown game is something that summoners are very good at doing because their knockdowns are so strong they get converted into grapple. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I'm decided about this matchup, and let's see if Madoshi or I Am Genie can educate us.
425.
425, yeah. All right. Starting now. Ooh, pops a Dandelion immediately, tries to go for the AoE, but doesn't get him out of stealth. Chestnut's being placed, and Madoshi is going to backdash away from it. Actually, an interesting choice. Maybe he just does not want to deal with it. The root gets disabled, and now Projectile Block from Madoshi himself. Tab escapes out of the grapple, gets swept up, reflex roll to trade it. There still is the pet multi-hit stun. Ooh, pushes him back in stealth. Goes for more damage as he can, and look at this range that Madoshi has for himself. He has no fear of getting kited. Uses his Ice Flower, doesn't proc on anything. And what is I Am Genie for You's comeback situation? That's a lot of damage that he's standing in. Relaunch is being put down, but it didn't actually do too much. Another cat grapple, there's no escape. Oh my god, I Am Genie for You is making huge plays, and this is what I was talking about with the knockdown. It gets so bad. It gets so bad. You take one grapple, and you see how much health Madoshi loses, and that's exactly why he wanted to spend his cooldowns early. True Friend is being put up. I Am Genie for You is buried up, and here comes the grab into the sleep. Madoshi wants to make something happen. The summoner wants to close the gap. There's a guard break, and he's getting one stun. Tab escape being spent by the summoner, and he's going to position himself beside the cat now. Chestnuts. Ooh. Dandelion is getting procced. Petal Storm is down, and so projectiles are going to be blocked up. And Madoshi grabs him up. He's going to want to throw him away. And now he's going to look to start a big combo. There's a huge opportunity here. He needs to watch out for Dandelion, and there it is. He's baited it out. It's a big opportunity for Madoshi. He's going to tap escape. Cat is still sleeping peacefully. And here comes Madoshi. Could make the comeback right now. The Cat is back in the fray. He needs to avoid CC. He avoids the hammer. There's still a Cat sweep. Let's see what happens. So much damage being done for Madoshi. And he's making the comeback true. The Cat is rooted up. But what's he going to do at this moment in time? He could end it. Dandelion doesn't get procced. And he does it. He comes back.
Oh
he
my
comes
God.
back. That series of offense from Madoshi was just so well timed and so methodical. He was proccing Dandelions before, but when it mattered, he avoided every single one of them. Patience paid off, and beautifully done from the Force Master, previous ESL tournament winner. He makes it happen, and that is actually quite a comeback. That's one of the largest comebacks we've seen, I think.
What was really sorry about that. What was really insane was how, like, at first it seemed like totally in favor with Genie. Like, he basically when Madoshi was using his ice block, he was actually hoping to get a lot more healing out of that, right? But Genie timed it to where he pretty much immediately crouching tigered his Cat, and it was just like Madoshi just had these series of plays that just kept going and going from knocking out the Cat over in the corner, and then immediately block breaking the Dandelion with his snowball, and afterwards just grabbing the summoner, putting him into the corner, and like throwing him into the corner, getting that full meteor shower onto him. It didn't even matter.
That was huge damage.
Just insane damage. And I've heard from Madoshi that he feels like he does more damage with this patch right now, seeing how was both the Force Master buffs alongside the fact that he has the ability to spec into more burning debuffs, which allow him to keep shooting off those little fire beams he's got going. So there's like this consistent sustained damage coming out of Madoshi if he makes his plays right.
Yes, definitely.
A lot more like ever-changing meta as we're approaching the 50 patch. So
I've told him
definitely
7:45 for the start. Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. And when the secret skills come out, these classes are more well-rounded, even more well-rounded, right? More defensive options, more utility, just really coming into their own. And you can already see that beginning to happen. More classes, I think, are in a good place. Here we go, 7:45. We're gonna start. I am Genie for you. Dropped the first match. He came close to winning it. That one big Cat grapple was big punish for him. His Cat stun into the grapple. Tab escape is being spent. Madoshi gets hammered up and reflexes rolls immediately, but gets swept up. And this is what I was talking about. Knockdown is so bad for the Force Master. He still has backdash available, but not gonna spend it. Dandelion is popped. Madoshi finds himself in an awkward spot, but gets a stun. And I believe that was the tab escape spent by the summoner. Strafing away, and a beautiful ice flower is going to avoid Cat Hammer. Grabs up the summoner, and he's setting up big damage with the backstep, gets the root. And that's maybe the situation that he was looking for, but sweep into the grapple. And I'm Genie for you. Found the same situation in the last game. 2 seconds on the tab escape, just barely in time for I Am Genie. And he punishes with huge sunflower damage. True Friend is being procced up. She gets put into a CC, and oh my god, look at that healing. Cat stun, tabbed out. Grapple is still available. He could get it, and he does! Oh no! And there's still no defensive break for Madoshi, and he's taking huge amounts of damage, but still, we saw this exact position in the last game, and he still came back from it. What's the play? He procs the Dandelion. What is he looking for? Petal Storm is down, projectile block is available. He grabs up the summoner and throws him to the corner. That means he's not going to be able to paralyze the pet for just a little while longer. Swept up into another Cat Grapple, and that's 3. That's deadly. Getting Cat Grapple that many times in a match is a guaranteed way to lose. And I Am Genie has been so on point with it.
That was just absolutely like... that was so dominant in Genie's favor. It was kind of a bit insane. Like, Madoshi felt like he had 2 lives there when his ice block actually healed him to full, and then he just gets grappled again. Just falling for it, and just... It's tough, man. It's really with the extra like point options for summoner. It does give the summoners like more opportunities, more methods to actually to create that scenario to happen over and over again. And Force Masters are very, very limited with how they go about breaking out of the Cat grapple. So, for sure.
Interesting change of events, and I suppose that's really the flip side to what should have happened perhaps in the first game, is that I'm Genie, maybe that was a situation he was looking to secure One thing that was interesting for Madoshi is he was willing to stay in knockdown. And it's not always the case, but the summoner has such good damage in neutral game, it really forces your opponent to constantly be playing to make moves. Madoshi did well in the first game, but unable to repeat his success since then.
We're at that 7:45 mark right now, and I'm not sure what. Now we got. Okay, there we go.
Match has gone underway. Genie pushing in aggressively, uses a dandelion, gets a cat stun. He doesn't get the grapple this time, but backstep is being spent on it. There's a hammer into the grapple, and the tab escape for Madoshi to answer. He grabs up the dandelion. What's the aggressive play here? Gets one knockback stun. Tries to do more damage, but doesn't quite get it. Gets set into the air combo, and the cat did some good cross CC to get out of that situation. Another dandelion patiently waited out. Oh no, and he hit the upgraded one. Madoshi was nearly patient enough, but just bad timing on it. And now he's getting put into the grapple. He's taking so much damage, and it's going to end it. Oh, no. He didn't even use his tab heal. In such an unfortunate situation. And it's looking almost too easy for the summoner at this point.
Well, Genie, for you, become the next Panda Stick. We'll be seeing this alive. Tons of damage. Part of me is just, I'm in shock. I'm afraid for my own well-being as I watch Madoshi just having to deal with that makes me.
And Genie currently just needs to win one more match and he will move on to the finals, putting one summoner up there. I wonder what's happening between Ayui and Vanguards, if the game is going in much a similar fashion. We can get updates on the bracket after this match, but we are starting in just a few moments. Here we go, Madoshi versus Genie. Playing space first. Dandelion again, that's been the standard opener into the cat stun, gets the grapple, tab escape out of it. We've seen this all before. Too many times. Petal Storm is going to avoid a lot of damage, and Madoshi finds himself down about 25% health already. Gets a little bit of a counterattack, and I think that might have been the tab escape, or was that a dandelion proc? I didn't get to see very clearly, but again, Madoshi is just taking so much damage, but he's trading so much more. And in the neutral situation, Madoshi is just going full PvE on the summoner. He's down to 25% health. The good Ice Flower is going to avoid the Cat Hammer, but he actually gets swept up into a grapple, and this could be a lot of damage for Madoshi. He needs to get his healing off. I wonder if he has that spect. He's going to get one pushback stun, trying to do some fire lasers, but he's opting not to. There we finally see the heal being spent, and that's going to give Madoshi a lot of breathing room right now. Summoner into stealth, gets pushed back into stun. Had a barrier up, but not going to be the invul barrier. And he gets actually cat comboed into the grapple, tab escape to trade, and this is Madoshi's time to make something happen. Knocks back into stun, gets the grab, but gets interrupted immediately by the cat hammer. Gets put into another daze, but the cat doesn't actually get the air combo. And Madoshi, if there's any moment to make something happen, it's now. But I believe the summoner does have, he gets pushed back into a stun, but nothing too much comes from it, and the dandelion gets procced. That could be really bad for Madoshi. He uses one strafe dodge, and that's going to limit his ability to avoid CC, and he gets grappled up, and Genie could end it right now. Oh my god, he doesn't have the chi. Where's the chi? The projectile block is preventing the chi regeneration, and Madoshi gets away with death. Oh my god, and this could be the comeback. The tab escape is available for the summoner. Is he going to spend it? There it finally is. Madoshi needs to survive just a little bit longer. Ice Flower is going to give him that survivability that he's looking for. Gets grabbed up. He's pushing into a stun. Gets the fire laser. Reflex roll is being spent, or rather the backstep. Madoshi's going to backstep out of the stun, but ends up getting sunflowered. And he came so close. But I am Genie.
Oh my god, that was insane. And those are the plays that we're looking to see from Madoshi. It's unfortunate for him. And he did end up actually dying there, but you saw that damage that he shot off right out the wall right at the beginning. He like nuked him for 3/4 of his health with a combination of his meteors and his fire beam, and so Genie's going, who's next at this point in party chat right now?
Oh
he seems
God,
really excited. So for the most part, it was really going in favor of Madoshi. He had all that damage going down. The first grapple came in. He had something to respond to that grapple, and he healed up with that ice block. So it looked like it was all gonna go in his favor. And then I thought there was a chance he was gonna win there because when Genie grappled when he actually grappled Madoshi, he actually missed his sunflower there. He missed
Yeah,
it
the
for a
one chance
second.
he had, and then he couldn't get back
and then
his
Madoshi
chi.
was living at like 10% health, so I was like, oh, is this the moment? Is this what we all know and love? And it's so close, but so
And it was
far.
also a really well-timed backdash from Madoshi to avoid the stun. But in the end, the pressure that I Am Genie for you put on was just too much. Constantly getting CC, constantly putting Madoshi in bad situations, and so he moves on. The player that killed both Dakarir and Madoshi to the finals, and he's meeting Vanguards. And Flo, we have another Summoner Mirror in the finals.